Rev up your engines for the Mid-Michigan Biker Podcast with Big E. Proudly sponsored by Christensen Law, where bikers helping engine bikers is more than just a motto. It's our commitment to the biker community. Be sure to tune in and listen to the latest news and biker buzz. And for all your personal injury needs, be sure to contact the Christensen Law team at 248-900-9000. What's up, bikers? It's Big E, and you're listening to the Mid-Michigan Biker Podcast. We're talking all things bikes, the freedom of the road, and the brotherhood that makes this lifestyle what it is. From killer tips to wild stories from the highway, we've got it all right here. Life is short, bikers, so let's get after it. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. What's up? Okay. Had a little technical snafu last week. See, there's this cord you got to plug in, and I had unplugged it and didn't replug it in, and bad things happened. But we're all hooked up, and we are on the countdown. So I'm going to hold on a minute because I don't get to do this very often. Yeah, we're on the countdown here. We have approximately 46 days and counting till we move to the new Mid-Michigan Biker Podcast studio in Ludington, Michigan. So, as I sit here in the studio in Branch, a little bit sad, not gonna lie. A lot of good times in this studio. It is now pretty much disassembled other than our desks and the equipment that I need to continue on. But all the stuff is off the walls pretty much. Yeah, it's a shell of what it once was, but never fear. It will be back and better than ever. Yeah, about 45, 46 days. So a little bit over a month. I still have Zip Tie coming up sometime in December. He's on furlough, so he's going to come up. We're going to do some podcasts. I'm going to try to link in some other guests while we're still here. Then there'll be the trip, the unpacking, and the reassembling of the podcast studio in Ludington, which might make it easier for me to get some of my Ludington peeps into the studio. Like John Miller, I really want to get him in there and talking about his Sturgis trip because we are planning on going. So we'll see. Hopefully that helps if he only has to, just drive a little bit across town. We are also under a winter weather warning. So they're talking like 8 to 14 inches or something within the next 2 days. That'll be a bummer. So, yeah, I pulled the trigger and put the bike on storage insurance today. I wasn't very happy about it, but I figure probably if I do that, we'll get warm weather. And I can always call and turn the insurance back on. So that was my plan. I thought maybe, just maybe, if I don't have insurance on it, if it just has storage on it, this snowstorm will miss us. We're going to test the theory. All right. But all this wintry weather has kind of got me thinking. What about the practicality of riding a motorcycle 12 months out of the year through all 4 seasons in Michigan? I don't know. I've seen some photos or maybe some videos of some old like 40s and 50s Harleys. They that was their mode of transportation, so they did ride them in the winter. I mean, the bikes are certainly capable of doing it, I think. You know, you might have to stud a tire or something. I don't know. I guess, you could go, what they call it, going dark side when you put the car tire on your Harley. Maybe that's an option. Maybe put like a Snowy on it. That'd be kind of cool, I think. Studded. Maybe a chain. You could probably do a chain. But would you really want to ride your Harley around in the crappy, snowy? I mean, probably not the bike I would use. I'm thinking like a dual sport or something like that. Maybe a Pan American. That might be a good one. Something kind of aggressive, off-roadish. You could probably, I don't know, maybe you could take a Sportster and modify it up. Put some lowers on it and a fairing of some sort, kind of hide behind. I know we've all seen that picture of that, I don't know what it is, touring bike with the ski way out front and tracks on the back. I mean, I don't know if that's like a real thing. It could be. That would be like the extreme edge of riding in the winter. I mean, that thing looks like it's set up to actually ride just about anywhere in the winter. I'm thinking more like on-road, drive to work, daily, motorcycle. A lot of days it's just the roads are clear in the winter. It's just assault and stuff on them. So, hey, hush up. Darn dogs. We won't have that problem in the Ludington podcast studio, just so you know. So, yeah, I'm thinking maybe a Sportster build. Build it up, stud the back tire up a little bit, maybe put a fatter front tire on it, some kind of lowers maybe, a fairing, heated grips. You'd have to have heated gear. Snowmobile helmet with the heated visor maybe. I mean, there'd be all kinds of cool options. What do you guys think? I think it'd be kind of a cool build. Yeah, and you would definitely need heated gear. I wouldn't think you'd be able to do it without heated gear. Now, I have one piece of heated gear, and that's my Aurora heated vest. And I love that thing, battery powered. So it's not corded. I'm not wired to the bike. And I wouldn't have a problem riding with that probably so far this year. We haven't had that many cold days, but I mean, it's supposed to get pretty cold, I think, Thursday. So I'd be interested. Leave a comment on my Facebook about your favorite piece of heated gear, and I'll even put it out there tomorrow. Just because I'm curious as to what everyone uses. Like I said, I chose vests just to keep my core warm, but I don't know. I've seen some pretty nice heated gloves too, rechargeable. That might be nice instead of going with heated grips. I want to put heated grips on my bike. So that's one of my plans. Hopefully maybe in the off season here. What are some of your plans for your bikes in the off season? So my plan is I want different bars and heated grips. That's option 1. Option 2 is rear suspension. I would definitely like to step up my rear suspension this year and maybe my front next year. The third thing I want to do is I want to do a cam upgrade. I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford any of these, but it's nice to dream and think. Because I'd really like to take it down to Steel Horse Ranch and have them do all this stuff. That's kind of my plan. As long as everything plays out here on Monday when I go to court. Yeah, court. Not going to be a fun day, but hopefully everything goes good and everybody's adult and amicable and we can move on and beyond. So I was going to go somewhere with this, and I totally got sidetracked. Dang it. That's a problem. I really need to take notes. All right. So, winter projects. I would like to get my paint touched up too. That's why I said I really want to go down to Steel Horse Ranch and just kind of let them go nuts with my bike. That's kind of what I want to do. I have a little paint blemish I want to fix on my front fender, and I kind of want a flag airbrushed on my fairing. We shall see. So I'm going to get Sean in here, and I'm still working on Teardrop Traveler. We haven't lined up yet, but I'm diligent and still trying. And again, there's a couple local guys I'd like to get in here and talking. I want to get Warriors Oath in here. They got some stuff going on. We actually have an opportunity. Patriot Saints actually have an opportunity at something. So several of us are members at our local Eagles. And we were approached by a gentleman with something that we are going to hopefully take advantage of and do some good in the community with it. So I'm excited for that. And hopefully I can get PP in here once we have the details fleshed out a little bit and we can talk about what we're going to do. But it's going to be pretty darn awesome. Another thing we're doing that I can bring up. So Saturday the 14th, there is wreaths across Mason County. We, as the Patriot Saints, purchased some wreaths to lay on some veterans' graves, decorate their graves. And apparently there's 425 wreaths have been purchased. And a group of us will be present at Lakeside Cemetery up on Bryant Road in Ludington to help place these wreaths. So that is going to be pretty cool. I'm very excited to be a part of that. That is pretty cool. And we have found a family that we are adopting and going to give them a good Christmas. A little bit bigger family than we had last year, so it's a little bit more of a challenge, but we have a bigger group now, so we can handle it. We just added three new members that went through their prospecting. Very cool. Very excited to welcome you all aboard. Stifler. That name stuck. Sorry, dude. You are Stifler from now on. And Thomas. Skids. Very cool. Very cool. And who was our third? Was that Little PP? Jason? I think so. Little PP. I don't know if he's going to want to be called that, though. So, Little PP is PP's little brother, Jason. So, yeah, we got three new members in the ranks. So that's pretty exciting. We have church on Sunday or Saturday as well after we place the wreaths. And then I think the next month, January 17th, we have our holiday gathering for our families and friends. It'll be big fun. We have a lot of fun with it. There's a white elephant gift. There's a game with a saran wrap ball and oven mitts that got kind of brutal last year. But yeah, it's a good time. And then I believe the following weekend is the weekend of the moving of the podcast studio. So that's pretty much what we have on the agenda. I know I've been kind of talking about hitting the International Auto Show. I don't know that I will be able to with everything that's going on. I might still be able to swing it. I want to go. It would be fun. And I might just have to suck it up and go do it. The thing right now is funds are going to be a little snug right now because of the fact that the new podcast studio is actually costing me rent because it will be in my new apartment. So I have to pay that. Plus I still have a house payment, part of a house payment to pay till this place sells. So funding is a little snug, but I think it'd be cool to go to the International Auto Show, shoot some content down there with Zip Tie, and we're going to talk a little bit more about it here coming up and do a podcast on it, of course. You know, we don't have to keep everything motorcycle related. It is a big part of what we do, but there's a lot of other things that we do too. And I'm also hoping to get to the bike show this year over in Milwaukee. And Big Yeti has been talking about it, and we discussed it a little bit. And where the heck did I put they actually have an app, and I just don't know where if I put it in my, no, not there. There it is. Mama Tried. Yep. Mama Tried Motorcycle Show, February 22nd through the 23rd, 2025. And hopefully, I'm going to be able to make it to that. I will be in the new apartment by then, which will mean that I have a little four-legged friend that I'm going to be solely responsible for. I don't know if I can take him. Maybe. I'm actually looking at making him a motorcycle mutt. Yeah. I've got a couple different carriers I'm looking at on Amazon. If anybody else, I know Jimmy Dotson takes his pup everywhere, but if anyone else travels with a pet, I would love to hear about it. So one of the carriers actually sits in the back seat on the touring bikes. It's shaped like that, and it fits right in there, and he can sit right back there. And then, of course, the other one goes on the luggage rack on the tour bag. I'm a little concerned about size, but I need to measure it out and see exactly what's what. Get old Harley on the Harley. I think it'd be kind of cool. Then I wouldn't have to worry so much about a puppy sitter. How about puppy? So he has been a pretty good little dog. Had him for almost a year now. He is definitely my little buddy. He follows me everywhere. So I'd really like to take him out on adventures on the bike. I think it'd be cool. I think everybody would like to meet Harley. And, yeah. Huh. How about? He's like, you can see looking on his face like, what are you talking about, dude? All right. So that is the plan as it stands right now. Not a lot of content this time of year, as everyone knows. I already covered the winter care thing, which I don't know if I'm even going to get that involved in my winter care because the weather here has been pretty mild. OG stopped and ran the bikes for like 20 minutes the other day. I think I'm just going to... So my storage unit doesn't have electric. Maybe one of you people out there knows. I'm thinking of just plugging them in, firing up my generator once in a blue moon, just going over there and running the generator for an hour, let them charge up. What do you think? Every couple of weeks, once a month, as opposed to pulling the battery out and taking it to wherever and putting it on the tender. I could just put it on the tender, go over there, fire up my generator, run it for an hour, charge them up. You think that would be good enough? You think that would last? Keep the battery from going dead? Now, they've been sitting over there for a few weeks, and OG went over there and fired them right up. Of course, I had to hear about how difficult it was to figure out how to fire up my motorcycle because his is brand new, and all you got to do is push a button and blah, 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 blah. But anyways, I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Has anybody ever done that? Just maybe plug them in once a month for an hour or so? I don't know. Christmas is coming. Yes, Christmas is coming. And my Christmas list is pretty blank. But what would your under $100? We're gonna do that because everyone's gonna say, oh, I want a new bike. What would be a gift under $100 that you would like to receive from Harley Davidson? That's pretty tough. Under $100. Because everybody knows Harley Davidson HD, $100. So under $100, one gift that you would like to receive from Harley Davidson, make it a little wish list. We're going to put this on the Facebook page. We want the wish list from Harley Davidson for your loved ones to shop. What would you want for under $100? So I'm battling these weird gremlins with my audio. It'll just suddenly stop. So I don't even know if any of that last phrase even got recorded. I bought a 1 terabyte external hard drive to take stuff off my laptop because I thought maybe I have too much stuff on here. Maybe I need to take more off. But I don't know, it just every once in a while it just stops. I thought it was my Spotify app kicking on, but I've taken that off and it's still doing it. Doesn't do it all the time, just every once in a while. Of course, here in the podcast studio currently we do not have internet, so it makes things a little bit challenging. Hence why we had a little issue last week. Because I have to record it and then take it where I have internet at work and then upload it. And sometimes when I bring it back, I might have forgot to plug the soundboard in and we have an issue. There, it just locked up again. I don't know. All right. Well, I want to put something out there. Hopefully we don't get buried in snow and I can actually get to work and put this on the interwebs for everyone to enjoy. As you can tell, things are a little bit off right now. I promise you they are getting better. Big E will be back to himself here shortly. It's been an interesting journey and trip, and I have a lot of people out in the motorcycle community that I'm very but I need to get out of this environment and into the new environment, and things will be good. After Monday, court, things will be a lot better, I think, because I'll know where everything stands, and that'll be a lot of stuff off my mind. Last week, Friday, I got good news that I got into an apartment. That was huge, especially here in Ludington. If everyone's familiar, any place you go is pretty much 6 months to a year wait list. And that's scary. Somehow, the good Lord was looking out for me. I walked in, and boom, I was able to get it. First come, first serve, the end of January. That was awesome. That was huge. Anyways, that's all I got for this week, bikers. I promise next week will be more interesting. And with that being said, life is short. Get after it. Thanks for listening to the Mid-Michigan Biker Podcast. Remember, bikers, life is short. Get after it.